Had an injury that stops me being able to play it. Fingered like a bunch of bananas. Right, I thought this being the first night of the year, I treat it as a bit of a reunion night. And Robert Burns wrote a song that was a reunion song, and it's sung all over the world, but most people seem to regard it as a departure song, but it's not. It's called Auld Lang Syne. Burns didn't actually write all of it. He found an old song and added bits to it and published it. He never tried to keep that any secret. Anyway, the full version should convince you that it really is a reunion song. Should all acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind? Should all acquaintance be forgot and Auld Lang Syne? For Auld Lang Syne, by Joe, for Auld Lang Syne, we'll take a cup of kindness here for Auld Lang Syne. We twa here in about the braes and pooed the gowans fine, but seas between us bred heroic since Auld Lang Syne. For Auld Lang Syne, but Joe, for Auld Lang Syne, we'll take a cup of kindness here for Auld Lang Syne. We twa hae pedalled in the burn, ae dawn's daylight till dine, but we've travelled many a weary bit since Auld Lang Syne. For Auld Lang Syne, my Joe, for Auld Lang Syne, we'll take a cup of kindness here for Auld Lang Syne. And surely you'll buy your pint stout, and surely I'll buy mine, and we'll take a recht kedooly walk for Auld Lang Syne. For Auld Lang Syne, my Joe, for Auld Lang Syne, we'll take a cup of kindness here for Auld Lang Syne. So here's a hand, but trusty fear, and gi's a hand of thine, and we'll take a cup of kindness here for Auld Lang Syne. Last time. For Auld Lang Syne, my Joe, for Auld Lang Syne, we'll take a cup of kindness here for Auld Lang Syne. There's one that somebody hinted at me doing, so I'll do it. It's called the Bricklayer's Song. Dear boss, I write this note to you to tell you of my plight. And at the time of writing it, I'm not a pretty sight, My body is all black and blue, my face a deathly grey, and I hope you'll understand why Paddy's not at work today. I was working on the 14th floor, some bricks I had to clear, but throwing them down from such a height was not a good idea. That foreman wasn't pleased at all. He is an upward sod, and he said I'd have to take them down the ladder in my head. But moving all them bricks by hand, it was so awful slow. So I hoisted up a barrel and secured a rope below. But in me haste to do the job, I was too blind to see that a barrel full of building bricks was heavier than me. And so when I untied the rope, the barrel fell like lead, and clinging tightly to the rope I started up instead. I shot up like a rocket then, to my dismay I found. Oh,
That's the barrel coming down.
Halfway coming down.
I can't hear you. As it sped towards the ground. Oh God. Oh, that's a disaster.
Make the barrel coming down.
And you have to cut to that bit. Coming down. Now the barrel broke my shoulders to the ground, it's bad. And when I reached the top I hit the pulley with my head. But I still clung on, though shocked and dazed from this almighty blow, while the barrel spilled out half the bricks, some 14 floors below. Now when these bricks had fallen from the barrel to the floor, I then outweighed the barrel, so I started down once more. Still clinging tightly to the rope, I sped towards the ground. No. Still clinging tightly to the rope, my body racked with pain. And halfway down I met the bloody barrel once again. Now the barrel broke my shoulder. As to the ground, no, that's not right. I'm getting this all confused.
Do something else and do that in the second half.
Right?
Do something else and do that in the second half.
Learn the words.
Right. I'll brush up on it at the interval. Right, one of my favourites about this stuff, and about the lack of it in this case. Early one evening, just as the pubs were opening, a traveller was walking down a cold and windy street. He saw the door ajar, entered the public bar, saying, "Landlord, can I buy a drink and a tasty bite to eat? I fancy some crusty bread and roast beef of old England, fresh butter from the churn, and a pickled onion too. And if you think you could draw some bitter from the wood, I would be contented with a foaming pint or two. I'll sit down by your fine log fire and ponder on the infinite. The quiet of your hostelry shall seep into my heart, and if a regular should come into the bar, perhaps I could entice him to a contest with a dart. "Oh, come in," said the landlord. "We've got pre-packed fish paste sandwiches and tasty sausage substitute that I purchased by the ton."
And if you fancy it.
Oh, and if you fancy it, I could defrost a bit and smother it with ketchup in a supermarket bun. Go and sit down by the fire. I'll switch the logs on presently. You could try a game of pool. I'll try the fruit machine. 3 cherries in a row, they'll set your heart aglow. And how about some heavy rock to really set the scene? The traveller sat down beside the polystyrene ingle nook. The plastic beams were jumping to an electronic sound. He began to bite and chew, took a sip of ready brew, not the stuff. Gave a ghastly gurgle and fell dead upon the ground. Oh dear, said the landlord as he switched his colour telly on. Another fatal accident, the 3rd this week I fear. If they can't hold their own, why don't they stay at home? I must say, we do get some funny customers in here.